What's up, YouTube? It's Adam Grover coming back at you with another video. Earlier in the week, I posted, be making this video for you guys. Had some stuff happen where I couldn't make it when I wanted to. So, it's 5:36 in the morning. I just got home from work. I'm going to make this real quick. First, I'm going to show you guys what I did. And then I'm going to explain to you how things work. It's the best I could do at the moment. So, now I'll make another video in the future. I'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, what I got, these are Ton's Performance spark plug wires. They have porcelain boots on them. So it's a rubber boot underneath with like a porcelain over top of it. Pretty nice. They come in a set of 8, as you can see. This was a LS, Universal LS kit, so it came with the boots. These weren't for necessarily a 302. They were actually for an LS. They were for my 67 Mustang that I got rid of. So I got them with 90-degree boots. However, I'm pretty sure you can get these with different style boots on that end. So we're going to see how they work. Looks pretty tight, but they do clear, so should be alright. You have to cut them to length. You got to make them. You got to make this end to be exact. So, got to get some tools to do that. I'm going to show those in a minute. But these I left on the long side because I might have to do some trickery with the coils up here and switch some stuff around. So I won't know until after I get the car basically ready to fire up. I gotta see what I can do in the MS3 as far as firing order goes, if I can make a custom firing order, or if I gotta play with the harness back here and cross some stuff, or if it's just easier to cross these wires where I need them to go and then mark the sequence how I need them. Yes, they're pink. They're not red, orange. They make several different colors, though. I forget how much they were. They weren't super cheap, but they weren't super expensive either. I want to say they're like $130 or somewhere around there. They're nice wires, though. Worth the money, in my opinion. And we'll see how they work. So now getting into the next thing. Tools. Good tools. They're hard to come by, and especially if you're on a budget like I am. Sometimes you can't afford the best of the best. So, a tool that I know works that I couldn't find, I got in a Holley kit several years ago, and it's a crimping tool that goes in the vise. And how this works, I'm going to show you. So you take the tool, it's 2 pieces. See if I can get this apart with one hand. You have one half here, the other half. And you can see it's kind of got like a ledge on it right here. Alright, so it's going to go in your vise along with this one that goes in the vise. So don't mind this mess that I got going on here. So basically goes like that. You open the vise up. I wanted to make a wire for you guys with this, but I'm not doing that 5 o'clock in the morning because I gotta take one apart. So I actually have to break a wire that I have here and make one because I'm not gonna waste good stuff for a video that goes to nothing. So basically, you'll take your crimp, which is, I can show you. Gonna be one of these here, and you'll put it on a wire. You're gonna put your boot on first on the wire, slide that on, so you're gonna have excess wire sticking out. You're going to take your crimp and your wire, and you're going to put it in here. Now you might have to, some of these I had to actually fold with I had to fold it with a pair of needle nose or pliers. It was too wide to fit in the tool. As you can see, this one is. So I got, won't fit. So what you gotta do is you gotta skinny this up a little bit. So you just take some pliers, you put on there, and you pinch these prongs down some. You just squeeze them, so that way they fit in the tool. And then you just crank the vise. I'll show you. Just crank the vise down, and when you do that, it closes the gap, and it'll crimp the wire and the terminal. Terminal being this piece. Now, I think a set of two, or those were like $15 for both of these. They came in one package. So I recommend definitely buying that. However, I bought this guy here. This thing's pretty fancy. It's like a ratcheting, locking crimp. It's also a stripper, so it'll strip the wires, and it has a little cutout. See if you can kind of see it right there, that little cutout right there. It's got it on both ends, and what that's going to do is it crimps the wire perfectly. Well, not crimps it, but it cuts it perfectly. Now, I do have an old wire that I can do this to, because I got a beat set. So I can show you how this works. Set you guys up like that for a second. I do recommend a pair of these, or a pair of wire cutters or dikes, whatever you want to call them, so that way you can make a clean cut. And then this guy here will be your stripper. What's nice about it is you just take it down, and just like that, you got a nice clean cut. So I recommend buying this. This was like $15 or $16. So between the two, you got a set of tools. It's like $30, and it makes, I mean, that's pretty clean. And the reason why I still recommend dikes, or a pair of wire cutters, and then when I say wire cutters, I actually mean the cutter part. You're not gonna use any of these strippers here. Sometimes I noticed on the Tons wires that I had, some of the fiberglass strands were hanging out of the wire still, so I had to trim those. So all I did was I laid this back, and I just kind of trimmed it and cut it out. So that way it wouldn't have no fiberglass hanging out of it. This also can be used to hold your wire. Now you might say, well, why do I want that? What would I need it to hold the wire for? When you're putting them boots on, These are probably for a totally different size, but when you're putting these boots on, yeah, these are for a different size. You can see how this slips right on real easy. That's because this is for a bigger wire than what this is. These are tight when you have the right size wire. So you're fighting it. This wire wants to bend, it wants to move. So the nice thing about these is you can grip the wire instead of holding it with your hand. And what I was doing is I held it like this, and then I was able to work the boot on with lubrication and get them together without killing my hands. Either way, it still kills your hands, but it helped a lot. And then when you're done, you squeeze it, and it's got a little trigger right here that you can release, which this wire is a pretty small wire. So on the 8mm wires, you can't crimp them down the way I just did on this. Like this thing, I can take it to the max and not ruin the wire, and then it'll unlock. On the bigger wires, it actually kind of pinches it, that outside layer, and you'll nick it. So what you would do is you crimp it down, that little trigger unlocks it. And you can like go a little at a time or however. Now, like I said, it does have the crimp in it, so you can put the terminal in there and crimp it down. This was pretty hard to use. I don't know if it'd be better on a smaller wire, like the one I just had, like this one. It might do this fine, but the 8mm ones, it was giving me a little bit of trouble. It didn't want to really crimp right. They didn't want to slide into the groove right here. So that's why I recommend, you'll need wire cutters, these, and the pair of linemen's or something, just to help. The linemen's will, help crimp this down a little bit. So I wish I had a wire handy where I could just make it real quick. I don't have any terminals up here that I can do that with, so I apologize for that, but I'll have to make another video and show you guys how to make wires. I guess it's another video I can make, but I mainly wanted to show you guys the tools and give you prices on them tools, because I think they're good tools to have, and for $30 you get pretty decent little little setup. So, and you get two in this bag for the vise crimp. So these are Plus Tool is what that says on it, and then these are from Walker. It's a Walker crimp. So Amazon has them. I'll probably just put in vise spark plug wire crimp, and then spark plug wire crimp for this is all I typed in, and this is what I found. Like I said, it's $30 for both of them. One was $15, the other one was $15, I guess, or it might have even been a little cheaper, but just rounded to $30. I really want to say it was like $28, but they came in handy. They did what I needed them to do. They worked good. I got them together, and to be honest, it made life a lot easier. I was trying to make these wires without them, and actually one of the terminals ripped apart on me, and I said, screw it, I'm just going to order some tools and make these things the right way. So that's what I did, and they're the tools that seem to work out pretty good for me. So realistically, you could probably get away with a pair of needle nose like that because they got the cutter in them, and you could fold it with the needle nose part. So that's probably really all extra you would need. If you're into this stuff, any toolbox is going to have a pair of linemen's or a pair of wire cutters, hopefully, or needle nose. So that's pretty much it for that. There you guys have it. So, in the future, I will make a video how to make spark plug wires. It's rather easy. There's nothing really crazy about it, so I can do that for you guys in the near future. I was going to do it with these, I didn't get a chance to. So sometimes it just works out that way. But there you guys go. It's getting there. Got a good amount left to do on this thing, but a little at a time. She's getting there. So I got a couple more wires to run for the ECU. I gotta do the oil drain and oil feed, tighten that stuff up, tighten the fuel system up. Gotta play with the fuel pressure regulator location a little bit. I might need to make some lines or something for that. I don't really know yet. I gotta figure that part out. This pipe needs to be finished, or I gotta remake it, and then hook up the cam sensor and sync everything after I get the ECU powered up. Got to figure out why the starter isn't working, because I'm pretty sure I had this motor spinning over. So either the starter took a crap in it, or I got to add some grounds. Hook the clutch cable up. Put trans fluid in it, do an oil change on it, put the whole cooling system in. Wire for the fans here. I got to put the other headlight harness in it. Hook up the O2 sensor for the wideband. Put the pipes on for the exhaust. Unsure if I'm going to run through the fender or how I'm going to do that yet. I haven't really decided on that, because I don't have the fender splats on the outside, so I was thinking about just cutting a hole in it, and later on I'll put the splats on it and hide the holes and run the exhaust out the back, because I'd like to actually put full exhaust on this car, I think, eventually. So hopefully soon it'll be up and running. We'll see. Hopefully 2026 is the year it comes back out. That's what I'm shooting for. So, well, I'm going to go in and go to bed because I'm beat. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the crappy video. I apologize. I'll be sure to... There's actually a set of wires right there I could use to show you guys in the future how to make them. So, again, thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, like and subscribe, and catch you guys on the next one. See you later.